Hello, wonderful viewers. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we need to follow up on Rudy Giuliani. Now, I think it was a week and a half ago I did a reading, saw big towers coming from him. Big towers coming for Rudy. And sure enough, now we know something about what they are, but it is far from over. Trump is trying to distance himself from Rudy. I don't know. I think maybe he's not my attorney anymore. Something like this is ridiculous. And Trump's saying he knows nothing about these two men. Actually, I think there are four who, well, two of them got arrested at the airport trying to flee the country. And they are people who gave money to Trump's campaign illegally. So campaign finance violations in order to buy some influence. And Rudy Giuliani's, they're his clients. So, oh boy. And we know that Rudy has been going around doing Trump's bidding to try to get the president of Ukraine to investigate the Bidens. So he's in well over his eyeballs. So let's see what's going on with him. Let's see what will go on with that. Yes. Ridiculous. And okay, and then we have Maria Yovanovitch too, who she said, I don't care if the State Department tells me not to testify. I'm going. Oh, thankfully, finally somebody acted like they didn't automatically have to obey what instruction was given to them by the administration. Finally. And she was saying she was pushed out of the Ukraine dealings just as Rudy was getting in because she was not in favor of this Biden investigation. She would have been one who would have said that's been looked into, dismissed, it wasn't pursued, there's nothing there. She would have been one who certainly was not going to do those Russian oligarchs any favors by getting money into the campaigns of potential presidential candidates. So, okay. So where do we begin with all this? Rudy, let's just look at Rudy's spirit. I've laid the groundwork. Let's look at Rudy. All right. All right, what's going to go on with him and his tower's spirit? Let me take a little moment to kind of get with his energy. It's kind of, you see, kind of confused actually right now, to tell you the truth. I feel like his energy's pretty confused right now. Like he's, oh gosh, it just feels like Cohen's energy did when Cohen was trying to make it look like he was so optimistic. Okay, so let's see. Where's Rudy at right now? Oh, the devil. He is definitely bedeviled. That's for sure. So the devil comes up when, well, sometimes we're bedeviled by kind of obsessive kinds of thoughts or patterns or behaviors that we're bedeviled by them because it's time to change, and sometimes it comes up for greed and avarice. So right now, he is not doing all right. He is having trouble not thinking about it. He is having trouble. He's trying to be in denial, but he's having a lot of trouble with that. Okay. Because it keeps on poking into his thoughts. His outward characteristic is the Empress, right? Pregnant with possibility, like, oh my gosh. And we saw this too. We keep seeing this with the cup runneth over, like there's plenty of dirt there. So people are feeling like Rudy Giuliani's case is pregnant with possibilities. He's got a lot of secrets. There are a lot of things he did he shouldn't have done. There's a lot that he knows. But I don't feel like, he's thinking of telling it, but other people know it too. His inward characteristic, he's busy. He feels like he is working hard. Okay, so even though he's bedeviled, even though he is having trouble staying in this positive place, or at least, sort of desperately denial kind of positive place, he's having trouble staying there, but he is behaving like a professional today, and he is trying to have everything going forward in the right direction. He's trying to solve 8 problems at once. He's on it. He's not going under right now today. Okay, his goal is Nine of Cups. Well, that's to get his wish, could be, but it also could be to make sure Trump is successful, because that Nine of Cups in the Rider-Waite is Trump, self-satisfied merchant. His motivation is there is a lot of dirt. Our cup runneth over. We started getting this cup when Mueller was writing his report. And meaning there's just a lot there. There's a lot there. So he is trying to, so right now, today, that means he is working on behalf of Trump today. More so than him, but although their fates are tied together now. But gosh, he is still being Trump's man. Okay. What's at stake? We have the Four of Cups. What's at stake is he's not going to see the writing on the wall. That there is some news coming that he is just not seeing. He's focused on the troubles he already has. The cups, the cup runneth over, the cups, the three cups, So there must be, gosh, I wonder if there are 3 areas where he could really get into a lot of trouble. 3 areas of misconduct. Yes, I bet. But then there's some news coming in over his shoulder he's not hearing, he's not aware of. I feel like his problem is he is being Trump's faithful man, and right now he should be taking care of himself. But we saw that it's almost like Trump trains these attorneys to get him in this place. And his flaw or his need, we have the Six of Coins. Money, given money, quid pro quo. Yeah, like I'll give you this, you give me that. And it might not even be money, but something of value. Yes, it's just, he's involved in this quid pro quo up to his eyeballs. He just is. He's, what do we do with that? There's no way to deny that. The source of that is, okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. He's charged forward. He's charged forward, and he's been a knight, not the king. At his age, at his level of experience, he should not be a knight, but he has. He has taken the plan, he's taken Trump's plan, and just charged on forward. Now, the Knight of Swords is not usually thinking very well about the repercussions, about the ripple effects, about all of the complexities of the situation. They have a plan, and they charge on forward, even aggressively. And the effect that, oh boy, that this Six of Coins has upon the Nine of Cups, this being involved in quid pro quo stuff for Trump, has upon Rudy here is the Five of Coins. He will be shut out in the cold. He will be. Trump will turn on him. So in other words, when Trump was saying, I don't know if he's my attorney or not anymore, that meant something. We're not going to see him welcoming Rudy back into the bosom of his inner circle. No, I think he means he really will turn on him. Yeah, I feel like it'll take a few days or whatever, but take a little bit, but he really will turn on him. The Ten of Wands to clarify the Five of Coins. Yeah, and then Rudy's left holding the bag, He's got all of these goals and responsibilities and try to carry those worries. Okay. Three of Swords. This is a repeated pattern. We see this. These two just flipped out. What's the other? Three of Coins. Three of Swords and Three of Coins. Three of Coins a lot of times is consulting with others to build greater security with those 3 coins. This is a black background, sometimes pretty dark in those consultation rooms, right? This is secretive sometimes. And this is a repeated refrain in the Trump administration, where people who have tried to help him end up in legal trouble, consulting their own attorneys. Yeah, Rudy is not going to do all right with this, I'm afraid. Okay, so we've got the devil in his current situation where he's obviously trying to stay focused, trying to keep things moving ahead in different areas. I feel like he's still taking calls from Trump today. I feel like he's still having a lot of communication, like, I'll do this, I'm doing that, it's going to be okay, I'm going to do this. But he should be thinking about himself today. In the past, we have the Ace of Wands. Opportunity. I've seen that with Rudy. He's always wanted a cabinet position. In the future, we have Two of Swords, though. So he's going to have to make a decision. Is he going to remain loyal to Trump, or is he not? So he will be faced with that decision soon. Wow. I just feel like it's going to be not. I feel like it's going to be not. The devil again. He gets the devil to clarify that Two of Swords, because he is locked to this now. He's locked to it. He's chained to it. But then again, chained to it. I feel like what I'm feeling is it's complicated in the coming month. Like, I think he will turn on Trump, but they're going to be kind of working together, kind of Rudy in his spare time, which is precious little, trying to protect himself. It's going to be a little bit, it'll take a little bit. And a lot of mixed messages I see on television. I see a lot of mixed messages in the things that they say. Yeah, but we saw something pretty similar with Cohen. Is this going to be similar to Cohen's thing? So we have the Five of Cups. Disappointment. Looking back. Some of the same disappointments, but maybe a couple that are not the same. Okay. Maybe Rudy has a little more going for him, a little more hope there with the Two Cups still up. I think so. Okay, so eventually, can you give us anything, Spirit, about what may happen with Rudy in the long run? The World card. Four of Swords. Five of Cups. Well, I think he fares better for some reason. Knight of Swords. He's going to come out fighting, and I do think you will hear him fighting on behalf of Trump for a while yet. He's going to come out fighting. The Four of Swords suggests to me this affects his health. He's going to try to complete this. He's going to try to sew this up at some point. It'll take a while. But then he gets this World card and this Victory card. I think he stays out of jail. I think he think he's sort of shrewd. He has more shrewdness than Cohen did. And I think he manages to stay out of jail. Okay. Gosh. I keep seeing flashes, you guys. What I'm seeing is a bunch of flashes, and it's confusing to me because I'm seeing flashes of him like, oh, Trump's the greatest, Trump's terrific, Trump's going to win. I see flashes of that, and then I see flashes of more sobering days, with him worried, and pictures of him on the news with him really worried and concerned and having to testify or talk to Congress and being very much shut out in the cold at that point. So I think it's just going to take a while to become obvious which way this is going with Rudy. Yeah, but I think ultimately he does turn on him. Yeah, because he's sort of shrewd. He's sort of shrewd, even if his mind isn't what it used to be, even if he's been bamboozled to some extent. I don't think he's going to jail in the long run. Okay, so Yovanovitch. Now, Marie Yovanovitch, yay. She disobeyed the State Department, and she went and spoke to Congress for 9 hours. So it was indeed true that they were going to tell her no. I kind of figured that was going to happen, but it didn't matter. Her question was the proper question, I assume. Is it legal for me to do it? And if it was legal for her to do it, she went. Now we have Sondland coming, but we're not so sure about his, will he be all too eager to open up? He seemed a little bit more in cahoots with Giuliani, from what I'm hearing, but we'll see. I want to see about Marie. So she was amazing. She said that her parents sort of fled Soviet rule, and she knows totalitarianism when she sees it, and she was concerned about Trump's administration. So, Spirit, show us about Marie. How's she doing today? What's going on with her in present and in future? Oh my. So we get the 7 of coins, we get the Empress, we get the 2 of swords. We keep getting this 2 of swords, right? It's sort of like, which way is this going to go? Gosh. All right. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so Marie, I was seeing with her the same cards, right? We have, yeah, I was wondering about these 2 of swords. What in the world? It's like, I keep getting these 2 of swords. Okay, so we're pregnant with the possibility that she could be a really powerful witness here, that this will really come to something. She's not, her security is not great. I mean, she's working, right? But of course, she doesn't know if she's going to be fired or not. She just went and, you know, with the attitude, hey, fire me then, if you're going to. So the 7 of coins makes a lot of sense. The Empress makes a lot of sense. But the 2 of swords, what's that about, Spirit? Oh, huh. Knight of coins reverse. That just may mean she'll be fired. It may mean she is going to have to leave the State Department altogether. She already left the job, right? She was removed as ambassador to Crimea, to Kiev, Ukraine. She was removed. So there's an opportunity for her, though, that's for sure. The world is reversed. I think she's going to be removed as yeah, I mean, she's been removed as ambassador. She may, in fact, lose her job, that means. I feel like, you know, that she may not be a diplomat for a while. Okay. But yet there's celebration, and she sure is thought well of with this knight in shining armor with the cup, the Knight of Cups. So, you know, maybe it's that she's out of the State Department, at least for a time, but she may, like, be on shows, be interviewed. She may have a book. She's not someone who sought the public spotlight, but boy, she sure was strong when she walked into Congress. And she seemed perfectly confident. So what's her future looking like? Oh, it is a new era for her. It's a new era. We have the Wheel of Fortune, truth-telling. She's part of it. Okay. King of Wands. Right. So folks like Adam Schiff, you know, the male Democrats, yes, they will be working with her. And we have celebration again with this deck. She's going to be fine. She is going to be fine. She will be celebrated, I think. She will. So she's looking strong. She's looking honorable. All right. So I feel like there's a lot of dirt there. It's not just her. Let's see who else is going to be sharing information. We got Sondland. We got, I think there are others. Oh, for goodness sakes. But will other information come forward? So far, those who have testified regarding this whole Ukraine thing have been a treasure trove of information. Magician, more yet will be manifested. The Lover's card. She set a good example because people are understanding that the American people are so hungry and thirsty for people who will be honorable and be willing to just speak the truth and even take a risk. And so what if they get fired and do what's right? So Queen of Swords. These are great cards, you guys. So that means there will be more good witnesses. There will be more coming forth. It will be good. Oh, good. So that continues. I don't know exactly which ones, but there will be more. And we have Queen of Cups and more about Russia. I know there's more about Russia. I know there is. Whole bunch more. Because remember after the Ukraine call, so the call logs suggested that Trump talked to Putin too, like several days after that. And he really has been working closely with Putin through all of this. And some of this is, and right, something was a birthday present to Putin, right? So he's, yeah, taking troops out of Syria. All this stuff is got Putin written all over it. And, at first my energy from Putin was sort of like, well, he thought it was kind of funny that Trump was getting all this trouble. But then Putin did come out and say he doesn't want the phone calls between him and Trump released. Kind of little warning, don't release those. So there, oh gosh, Putin is all over this. Trump is still courting him, still trying to please him. Locked, he's chained to him. He's chained to him. Putin's got stuff on him. We've known that. He is chained to him. So we're going to be finding out more about that. All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been a bumpy ride. It will be a bumpy ride. But it really is gratifying, isn't it, to see people stepping up and being heroes. So I thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.